Yo, what is up, guys? So today I'm gonna be showcasing and going over a deck that I played at my locals legends video. I figured this would be pretty good to kind of go over my replays so that I can maybe give you better insight into the deck, but also for me to kind of see lines that maybe I didn't see when I was actually playing. Yeah, going back and looking over your games I think is like really nice. Like the best part about like me streaming my games is that I can always go back and try to see if I could have made better lines, and I think that's the whole point of today's video, which is to see if I could have played better with this deck. I think this is actually my first time playing this deck with the new support, so I've been still trying to learn it, but I do think this deck is pretty well positioned in the upcoming format, and I think the deck is actually quite strong. So I figured I kind of go over it because it's a deck that, you know, if you're also interested in learning as well, then maybe this will also be helpful for you. So I stream locals like every Wednesday usually, so if you guys haven't already, you can check it out at my twitch.tv/packtcg. And okay, so I actually end up winning the dice roll here, and I have a very interesting hand. I hard open Rhino, but it's actually pretty nice because I can combo through hand traps there with Rhino, because I can send the red, the Shawarma, the big red one. I don't know why I call him Shawarma, or the big blue one, and the big blue one can pop spells and traps on the graveyard to like summon himself. So here I think I start off by setting a back row and using Arua to target the back row. I summon Arua and then trigger I trigger the chamber here to summon a Unchained monster from my deck. And here I'm gonna be summoning Sarama. Yeah, Sarama. Yeah, so I summon Sarama here. I use Sarama's effects. I target, set back that chamber, and then I'm gonna pop my Aruha. Having chamber for the next turn is gonna be really strong, because chamber will allow me to basically play through like front line out to my board. And I think that's like the thing that's really good about the Unchained deck, is that it has like front line and back line interruptions. And I think when you have varied interruptions, this format is very, very strong, because they need to not only deal with the front line, which is like your monster interruptions, but also like the backline interruptions. So I think that's pretty neat. So I set back the trap, I pop my Aruha, and then I'm going to trigger Aruha to summon an Unchained monster from my deck. Here I'm going to be summoning, I believe I just summoned the red one. That's just level 6. And the main reason is because I could then like set one. But instead, because I opened both the traps in my hand already, I decided to summon the blue one. And the blue one has basically the effect to pop a spell trap on the field that's face down on my side of the field, or a face-up fiend monster, and summon itself from the graveyard, but then it would go back to the bottom of the deck if it leaves the field. Then I normal summon Rhino here, and I'm gonna link off both of them off into Yama. I'm gonna trigger Yama and then trigger Rhino to Foolish. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna send the red one, then add the red one from the deck. But I actually think I misplayed here, because what I could have done that would be a way better play is, let me see if I can show you. I'm trying to play around Droll, and the way I sequenced my hand was not optimal in my opinion. So I'm going to be showing you like the lines that I feel like I could have done that would be a little bit better. And it's crazy because I'm like, it's not like I watched this before. I'm literally watching it live right now, and I could just tell from my gut that the lines is definitely off here. So I did this, and I go Arua, target Abominal. I think that is fine so far. I summon Sarama, I set back Chamber, and that is also fine so far. And then I pop Aruha, then summon. Here, instead of summoning Shayama, I should be summoning Shavara, because then I can link these, or hold on, then I can do something like this, right? The reason why I don't want to link off Sarama here is because it hasn't triggered to summon an Unchained monster from the deck yet, so I want to take advantage of that. So linking it off doesn't feel that optimal to me, and I have it normal summon. So I'm a normal Rhino here, use this and this, and then summon Yama, and then go Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2, Chainlink 3. And what's really nice here is I can use Chainlink 3 to send the Shayama to the graveyard, and then Shawarva's effect would trigger to set the escape from the deck. And then I would use Yama to add back from the graveyard the Shavara. And you see right here, I still haven't added a card from my deck to my hand. Like, I'm trying to be as efficient as possible under Joel. And this board state right here is the same board state that I come to, that you'll see in this in this part of the video, except I have to use Yama to add a red Shavara from my deck. I couldn't add it from my graveyard. And the main reason why is because I go Chainlink 1 Yama, Chainlink 2 Rhino. Rhino sends the Shavara, and if I attempt to add in Chainlink 1 the Shavara that was sent off Rhino, I don't get the trigger effect of Shavara because it moved trigger locations. It wasn't in its proper trigger location. So, like, that was one of those instances in where I'm like, damn, I think I sequenced this hand kind of bad. And sequencing is very important in Yu-Gi-Oh, in my opinion. So that was what I should have done right here. And then I get to use, if I sequence it this way, then Abomination's Prison would be able to be activated under Droll. My opponent, you'll see, did not Droll me, I believe, in this game. But even though my opponent didn't Droll me and punish me for making that mistake, it's still, in my opinion, always correct to do the better line. So you see, that's literally what I do. I set the escape, like I mentioned, off the red, and then the blue, and then I add this from, and Yama will add the red from the deck. And like I said, could have done that line better. And then now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna link both of them off into Soul Rage. And theoretically, I've already had my board set up, so I don't need to do anything else. And by keeping the red one, the Shavara in my hand, it's like kind of better. But I think I kind of mess up here. But like so I think like what I do is, let's see what I do here, because I feel like this is not correct. Yeah, so see, this is like really weird. So I go Shayama's effect, pop, escape, summon the red one. And then now I'm gonna trigger. Yeah, now and the reason, okay, so yeah, I go Shayama effect, pop, escape, summon another Shavara from my hand. And then I have a Shavara in my hand for follow-up. But I think I messed up here because, I had another escape in my hand already, so it's like fine. But I'm trying to see if there was a better line I could have done there. Yeah, I think I had a better line. So what I should have done, in my opinion, is I had escape in my hand already, so maybe this line is okay. Because I already hard drew escape, so like doing it this way is fine. And when I activate Shayama to pop the escape, I don't trigger Yama here to summon back from my graveyard intentionally. And the main reason why is because keeping Yama in the graveyard allows you to play through Evenly Match and Dark Ruler No More a lot better. The main reason why is because, yeah, and then I go Prison for escape and I set the escape, right? So you do this. So this is my board, which is typically the board you should be making going first. The reason why I keep Yama in the graveyard is because if my opponent Dark Ruler No Mores me, and I can show you what I mean by that. So when you end on this board, right? So let's say you have Yama in grave, you have Soul Rage, you have this card on the board, and then you have like the traps. So you end on escape, you end on the chamber. So the reason why I like to keep Yama in my graveyard and not use it going first if I don't have to, especially when you open enough extenders, is because if my opponent evenly matches me, if Dark Rulers me, I can go activate escape, pop Rage, pop my opponent's card, go Chainlink 1 Rage, add back Sarama for follow-up, Chainlink 2 Yama, summon the Soul Rage. You know, obviously I have Chamber already, but why waste Chamber to summon Soul Rage when I can just use Yama to do this, right? Oh yeah, sorry, I'm not popping evenly. Sorry, I would pop. If that's under dark, that's through Dark Ruler, I get Dark Ruler and then I play through the board. Now if my opponent tries to evenly me, the reason why keeping Yama in the graveyard is really strong is because you can do something like this: activate escape, pop Rage, pop my set Chamber. right? And then this goes to the graveyard, this goes to the graveyard, this gets banished face down, and I get to keep this. On a new chain, I can go Chainlink 1 Soul Rage, Chainlink 2 Abominable Chamber, Chainlink 3 Yama. Yama will bring this back. And then I can use the effect of the what do you call it? The chamber to summon a Rakea. And then Soul Rage will add me back Sarama from the graveyard for follow-up. And that's why because a lot of people in the comment section were like, or in the Twitch chat at the time were saying like, yo, like why is Pat keeping Yama in the graveyard? This like makes no sense. Like he's not comboing correctly. And well, this is the explanation. That's why I keep it in the graveyard. Through Dark Ruler or evenly, through board breakers that are, you know, typically very strong, this deck just ignores it completely, right? Which I think is like a really nice mechanic of the deck if you set up Yama in the graveyard. So that's the main reason why I think keeping Yama in the graveyard and not using it to reborn going first, it's pretty optimal in my opinion, if you can, right? Some hands you can't do it, but yeah. DJ Gaming, thank you for the 100 bits. Anyway, so let's keep watching. Okay, so I end on this board. And yeah, my opponent's gonna have to try to break through this. Okay, so now I'm playing against Mannadium here. All right, so I'm playing against the Mannadium deck, and I'm gonna kind of like walk you through my thought process on how to interrupt the Mannadium strategy. Okay. Here, my opponent starts off with Unicorn. I could pop it on Resolution, but I choose not to, okay? The main reason why is because if my opponent adds Theosis, he can't use it. Because if he attempts to activate Theosis on Unicorn, I just chain Soul Rage to link with this. Right? So that's pretty good in my opinion. And if he tries to go battle phase and attack my Soul Rage, I just let him. Because then I can trigger Soul Rage, add back Sarama, and trigger Yama, bring it back. So entering battle phase doesn't actually force out my Soul Rage. And if he adds Theosis, I'm not really worried. And also, if he were to add Birth, that still doesn't bother me. Because I just pop the Birth. So he never gets value off the Birth. Right? You'll see that he actually is playing Mannadium. I didn't know at the time because he started off with Fenrir. And I had to check. I look at my extra deck. I think a little bit about whether or not I want to use Raisin. You'll see that I don't. Then he goes Dreamheart effect. I can't really stop that. He adds the ball. And now here, I have to kind of think on what I want to do. But I don't do anything here because I want him to commit more cards to the board, pretty much, before I use my interruption. So you I think you kind of have to be like patient with it, to be quite honest, because I think the deck like just has like, if he has like a Starfrost and he pops like the Unicorn, like he can like really pop off. So I mean, I do have the rank 6 to negate Starfrost in the hand, but I'm just trying to like manage my interruption as efficiently as possible. So that's why you don't see me just shotgunning interruptions. I think that's like the biggest mistake new players make, or a less experienced player make when playing, is that like a lot of the time their interruptions or their board gets broken because they're like very hasty with like their interactions. But I think this board is like, at least, I think like how many interruptions is this? Is like 1, 2. So like you have 1 from the Soul Rage, you have 2 from like the rank 6 DDD monster, you have the trap that pops a card, Escape, and then you also have you can also like activate it's like 5 because you can activate the Reborn effect to bring back a body, pop it, and then like summon Abominable, which is like the level 8 monster that discards the card to non-target, pops the card on the field. It's like 5 interactions with a lot of follow-ups, right? So it's like I think here is like pretty nice. Yeah. So I'm just trying to relax here, chill, see what my opponent do. Right. So there's no like you know, like a Synchro 6 isn't really that worrisome to me right now. And the only Synchro 9 that I can think of that he could be playing is like Vermilion Mech. But if he makes Vermilion Mech, it's not a quick effect, so I just link all with Unstaged Solar Range, right? So I'm trying to get like the most value out of my cards engine. So like I'm trying to go not 1 for 1, but 1 for 2. And I think like when you start thinking in that mindset, it's like pretty nice, I think. Yeah, I think Crocodile Dragon could be could be problematic. And I think that's something that I definitely was not thinking about. So he activates Colorium here. And I think I let it go. And the main reason why I let it go is because I have an answer to the Starfrost. So I already have an out to the Starfrost. So I don't care about Starfrost resolving. Now, I need to make sure that Starfrost doesn't hit the graveyard. Because if Starfrost hits the graveyard, like, there might be an argument to pop the field spell, because then he doesn't get to Starfrost, and then if he doesn't get to Starfrost, he doesn't put it in the grave. If he doesn't put it in the grave, he can't go for Astrolabe, but the Unchained deck doesn't care about Astrolabe, so. Alright. My opponent's gonna play. He then activates Abscission, target the ball right here, and I'm gonna chain the Soul Rage to link off with the ball. And the main reason why I do that is because Abscission would get him any spell card from his deck to his hand, because he has Face Up Colorium. And not only that, he gets to trigger Colorium to bring back the Trid and summon Meek from the deck. So I'm like, you know what, I should get the max value here by making it so Abscission doesn't resolve, because it needs to destroy the monster in order to add. And then I get to also link off with this Trid and then make like Unicorn or something, you know? Which I did. Yeah, I make Unicorn here, and now he's turn player, so he gets to trigger Unicorn. And then I trigger Unicorn to discard the Shavara that I added last turn, which is also going to be pretty nice because it's going to set me more follow-up, even though I already have it under the rank 6, so it's like fine. And here I think about what I want to shuffle back. I shuffle back to level 4. The main reason being is that, like, he still hasn't used Unicorn yet, and I honestly don't think he has a target to add for it, because if you really think about it, he went Special Unicorn and didn't use it. Like, he didn't, he special, then he, like, in terms of how he sequenced his hand out, I just don't think he has a target for Unicorn even, because he went Special Unicorn, then he went Normal Summon level 4 Realm Heart, then you go Realm Heart, add the Trid, then you went Colorium, add Starfrost. He had like at least 3 sequences in which he could have activated Unicorn first, but he didn't, which makes me believe that he has either Birth already in hand, or something along those lines. So yeah. He has a target, but he wants to play around Joel. But I think he could be playing around Joel, but I think he searched off of the level 4 and then he played Colorium, and which I think he should have played Unicorn's effect first, or cast that first before. Looks at my extra deck here, takes the access code away, and then I trigger Shavara to set a chamber from my deck for follow-up. Then he goes effect of Imaginations to reveal Starfrost to draw 2 and then put 1 back. So pretty good. And then he concedes here because he pretty much can't. He only has 3 cards in hand, and he has to beat the rank 6 DDD, the pop, and like summoning Abominable from my deck, right? So very, very difficult. Hey guys, go to decklist1.com and use pack 10 for 10% off. You can get access to the best sleeves, best over sleeves in the game for competitive play. The Supreme Pros are what I'm currently using for my main deck right now, and if you guys want to get access to them as well, go to ts61.com and use pack 10 for 10% off. See you there. Anyways, enjoy the video. Alright, game number 2. So he starts off with normal summon Meek, and he's gonna pop the Meek with Abscission, add Colorium, trigger Meek, summon level 4 from the hand. Then he sets 1 and pass. So my hand wasn't really that good, in my opinion. I had Abomination's Prison, but he ashes it. Then I go for Thrust, and I add a Talents, and I activate the effect to draw 2 here to try and guarantee a way to play. But I don't think I saw anything. Okay. So what I do is I normal summon. I go. What did I do here? I go normal summon Rhino. Then I go effective Arua, pop my other Thrust, and he books my Rhino, and I'm unable to play from here. I actually think I could have played. Well, let me see. I think I could have played my hand better actually. So I think I went Abominable's Prison. Do I have a Rue? I think I have a Rue in my hand already. Then I go and Thrust. I had a Rue in my hand already, so I actually misplayed. I grabbed Talents because I'm a greedy bastard. Okay, so I should have just set the trap directly from my deck off of Thrust here. And then I could play through the Book of Moon way better, actually. Because all I have to do is go Thrust, set, Escape from deck. Arua, pop, Escape, summon Sarama. I guess then he books my Sarama, right? And then I have the level blue 6 in my hand. I tribute summon Sarama, which is set, to summon Shayama. Then I make Yama and I full combo. Yeah, because in this hand I have... Let me see my hand again. I have Thrust. I have Thrust, Aruha, Shayama. Yeah. So what I should have done was... I should have went something... So this was my hand after I got Ash. And I went for like Talents, get Tactics, and then try to get Lucky or some shit. Which is pretty bad in my opinion. Rua could have popped face on monsters, yeah. I think what I should have done here is... I think I'll activate Thrust here. And I should set the Escape from the deck. And then you go Rua, pop this. Summon this. Effect. Summon Sarama. Then I can go effect. Well, no, then my opponent books a Moon this. He has to book this. Then I can go... Tribute, summon this. Activate effect. No, do I have Rhino? I don't have Rhino. I only have... I drew Rhino off my Joe 2 off Talents. Which is not the correct play in my opinion. Because then I can go activate effect of this. Pop Arua. Trigger Aruha. To summon Shavara. Then link these off into Yama. Then go Chinlink 1, Chinlink 2. Add this back from my graveyard. And then set Escape. Yeah, but Rakea isn't really that good because like Rakea like doesn't actually advance my game state. Like if I summon a Rakea off of the trap, and then I go Rakea pop Aruha then just summons Sarama, which Sarama then gets booked, so it doesn't actually advance my game state. It's not really a +1. Like it doesn't change my game state. I'm in the same predicament, except I use an extra effect for no reason. And I think here's where like I'm able to play the game now, because then I can do something like Shayama, pop Escape, summon this from the graveyard, then trigger Escape, Rakea. Then I can go effect of Shawara, pop Rakea, summon this, trigger Rakea, summon this, activate, discard, and that's 9,000. Oh yeah, I should have set the chamber. Yeah. Because I haven't used that yet. Yeah. And I kill him. I kill him here. But instead, I'm a fucking bozo, and I don't kill him. I messed up. You see, that's why going over your replays is so important. Because I should have just won 2-0. How's it 9,000? 2 plus 3? 9,000. Am I counting wrong? Oh, he has the little ball on the board, and the ball will summon another one. So how do I clear the ball? I need to be able to clear the ball. Can I make fists and then link it off? Link with the ball. What do I make? Oh no, I know what to do. I know what to do. 1 second, guys. So all I have to do is, instead of summoning this, I summon like literally anything. Does not matter. Then I can use these two to make... So if I link... No, I go with this. No, I go this, guys. Oh my god, I'm crazy. I think you go this. Then you go effect, discard this. Summon Sarama. Wait. Sarama. You haven't used Sarama yet. Then you go effect of this. set the trap, pop the trap, then trigger Yama to summon Shavara, then use Yama to pop Sarama that I haven't used yet, then trigger Sarama, then summon this, and then now he has one Meek in the graveyard already, so I go battle phase. Wait, is that enough? Attack, triggers, summon another one. Attack this, summon another one. Attack this, summon. Oh, it's still not enough. Oh, no. Wait, it should be. Wait, this. Oh, you do this and this into the link 3. Then you go effect of this, use that to summon the 4. And now it's 8. Let's go! Okay, then it's game. Dude, I'm a Bose. Dude, like, okay, guys. I hope that made sense to you guys if you guys are watching this video. I basically had lethal. But I'm a fucking bozo, okay? So I don't tool my opponent. I give him a turn, and the next turn I lose, okay? Learning from your replays, man. So I definitely could have just won here. Like, you know. Which obviously is really important. I tried to draw 2 here, get lucky. You'll see me get punished really quickly. Book my Rhino. And then I'm deep fried. I only have a draw in hand. I have a thrust. I'm hand shuffling. Scrambling. Don't know what to do. About to lose. Then he goes activate Kalarim at Ream Heart. Normal summon Ream Heart. Then he goes Starfrost, pop this. And I pack my cards up because it is game. Okay, it's game. GG, no re. Now we go to game number 3. Okay, let's see. Did I misplay as bad game number 3 as well? So I start first and I activate Pot of Prosperity because I have 4 hand traps in my hand. I have 4 hand traps. I have 4 non-engine and 1 Pot of Prosperity. So I have to, it's only one play. I have to pot for 6 and only 1 card combos here. Tour Guide of the Underworld. And so I pot for 6 and I try to see what I hit, and I hit a Tour Guide. Now, I had to think a little bit here because I'm like, do I grab Tour Guide? Because if it gets hand trap, I don't end on anything. But in my head, I'm like, there's nothing else I can get here that helps me at all. Like, what am I going to grab? Sarama and then just set it pass? You know? So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just go for Tour Guide. And just, because I have 4 non-engine. If it doesn't resolve, it doesn't resolve. And then I go normal summon Tour Guide, and that's the 1 card combo. I literally had no other engine card. So, for the Tour Guide haters, here it is. Pot for 6. Prosperity also, I think, should be playing the deck. I think Prosperity is crazy in this deck, because I think any deck that can play Prosperity should play. That card is literally bannable. So good. See the top 6 cards of your deck. How is that balanced? So here I send Shavara. And I add, I should be Rakei, I think, to do, no, it should be Arua. Yeah, add Arua. Then I go Aruha, pop the escape that is set off the Shavara, trigger, escape to summon Sarama, set back escape, pop Aruha effect, summon Shayama, link off Shayama and the Yama into Soul Rage, activate Shayama, pop the Sarama, trigger effect of Sarama to summon another Shayama, or Shayama to trigger to summon another Shavara, and now I end on the board. I end on the pop, the rank 6, the Soul Rage, and boom. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling creamy right now. And I have multiple non-engine, okay? Okay, so now my opponent has to break the board, and he goes, okay, yes, this is the biggest misplay of my life because I'm playing this deck for the first time. My opponent enters battle phase and evenly's me, and I could have played around it. But I am basura. That means trash in Spanish. And basically what I should have done here was, this is why I kept Yama in the graveyard. I literally put Yama in the graveyard for this exact scenario. All I had to do was go escape, target doggy, and then target my set, and then I just cook. So I just target my imperm. I target my dog, target my imperm. Okay. So let me explain the interaction here, guys. I'm gonna do it one more time for the people in the back. You know what I'm saying? I have this up top, and I have Yama in my graveyard. Okay, those are like the important things you should know about the game state. Okay, actually, Let me put Sarama back in the grave too. Okay, this is so my opponent enters battle phase and evenly's me. Okay, he's trying to put me to sleep. All they have to do is go escape. So chain link 1 evenly, chain link 2 escape. Target this, target this. Okay, resolves. Pop these 2. Now evenly resolves. I banish this face down. I get to keep High King Caesar. Okay. On a new chain, I get to go chain link 1 rage, target Sarama to get follow up. And then chain link 2 Yama to summon back the rage, and boom, I should be cooking. So like literally through evenly match, I still have 3 interruptions, and so that's why I figured I should have done this, but I don't. And you see me get punished. Someone's saying that the trap should go in the graveyard. It should not go to the graveyard. It should get banished face down because. When the chain links resolve, the cards do not get sent to the field yet until the end of the chain fully resolves, or unless something within the chain would move it somewhere else. Because chain link 2 was escape, it doesn't get sent to the graveyard. And escape cannot target itself as well. Because we know this ruling because cards like MST. You can't activate MST and target MST. Right, so it has to target another card of the field, not itself. Okay, so those are important things you need to know about this card. All right, so yeah, and you see me done goof. I done goof. I literally done goofed. I banished everything. I keep rage like a bozo, like a motherfucking boz. Okay, so here, what I do is, I just have a link to. I actually lost 2 interruptions for free and follow up. Man, I was ill, man. I was so ill. Ooh, that play is nice too. I could have also DDD negate, set a trap, then Shivard hand can pop the chain summon Abomination. Ooh, that's nice. That was also another clean play. So like instead of adding, instead of on resolution, the Soul Rage, instead of adding Sarama from graveyard, I can add a Shavara, and then in main phase 2, when I negate with this, detach this, I can trigger Shavara to set chamber, and then go Shavara, pop chamber, summon Shavara. Because it's a quick effect, and trigger Shavara, summon Abominable, and Abominable effect, pop another card. Oh my god, that's creamy! God damn, man. Dude, that's what I love about this game, man. The technical play of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is actually just so good. It just feels nice. You know, even decks like these, you know, has a lot of very relevant technical play that are associated. So, I think, like, a lot of these type of decks is, like, you know, the deck is only as good as the pilot. So, it's cool for me to rewatch this. I hope you guys are learning stuff in the process as well. Okay, so here he goes like summon the thing, active imagining, summon the ball, active imagining, try to draw 2. He tries to special the ball, but I'm like, you can't because of Calarium. Then he specials the ball. You go Starfrost, pop, or try to pop one of the ball. I chain the effect to link off with the ball so he doesn't get to summon the Starfrost from the hand. Then I make Unicorn. I get Unicorn effect, spin back to level 4, so that he doesn't have access to his engine, and then he passes, and that was enough. Thankfully, it was enough, and I did not get punished. But in hindsight, you know, always play correct, guys. Always play correct. So, I activate escape by summoning Sarama effect, and then I just cook here, right? Now it's just lethal. It's just game. You know, he just loses. So. And there's not really much to talk about here. But anyways, that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys learned something in this process of me going over my replays and talking about the mistake. Let me know in the comment section below if you like content like this. And what other decks you want me that let me know what other decks that I played at Locals Legends that you want me to cover. Like Infernoble or anything else. And yeah. So anyways, guys, I will talk to you guys later. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.